Tomorrow's the big day of our wedding, right? Lol. I'm so looking forward to it.
That's right. Today we still have some preparations to get done before tomorrow. Where'd you end up running off to, Alice? Actually, where even are you right now?
I have a lot of personal things to get done before the wedding yet, lol. A lot of things, right? So, I'll be busy for the rest of the evening, lol.
You say you're busy, but what could be more important than helping me finish our preparations before the wedding tomorrow? Everyone is working hard right now to get the wedding you've dreamed of having ready.
I know that, Steven, lol. I just want to leave all of you guys to do the last of the preparations in case there's some sort of surprise ready tomorrow, lol.
What are you talking about? What kind of surprise do you think you'll get? Are you asking for a surprise from me, or rather that you'll be the one given said surprise?
Well, I'm not going to say anything else, lol. If I say anything now, it might ruin the point of the surprise in the first place, right?
Well, you just saying that there's going to be possibly a surprise sort of already gives it away for me.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Oh, I see what you're doing now. Never mind then. You'll be back by tonight, right?
Huh? Tomorrow's our wedding, right? Today's my final day to be a single woman, so I won't be seeing you again until tomorrow, lol.
Huh? Where are you going to end up staying the night at then? Are you heading back to your parents' house to stay?
That's the plan. This is our last time being single, you and I. So, I think you should go out and have a little fun tonight before you and I are bound together for the rest of our lives, lol.
Tomorrow's going to be a very big day for me, so I don't have anything I want to do right now besides prepare for it. And I think it's best you and I get to sleep early so we're well rested for tomorrow. Really, I'd like it that you came back here to sleep tonight, but...
If I feel like it, I'll come back home, lol. But if not, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. I am so looking forward to the wedding, lol.
If you were really looking forward to the wedding as much as you say you are, then I think you'd be here with me helping with the final preparations. Well, it doesn't really matter now. See you later, Alice. I remember you! If you really wanted to have this wedding today, you should have come to me and begged for me to allow it. What are you talking about? What did you think you were doing coming to my wedding today and punching me square in the face? You should remember that I'm Alice's ex-boyfriend, right? You even have my contact information and everything on your phone. So why did you not get my approval before going through all of this? Approval? What kind of approval was I supposed to come and get from you? My approval to allow you to marry my ex-girlfriend? Everyone knows that the ex-boyfriend's approval is the most important thing to have before marrying their ex. Why did you not tell me about any of this before you had your wedding today? It's because of that I had to punch you in the jaw. Do you get me now? This all happened because of you! Alright, how's about you settle down a bit? Well, now that I got a good punch in on you, I'm feeling a lot better. I can even see that the wedding is going to be stopped because of this. But I think I'll let you marry Alice now. Why are you acting as though you have any say over what we do as a couple? And actually, why does it seem as though Alice is all happy about this? She was just as happy when I met with her yesterday. Yesterday? Her and I talked about all night about today, but actually, seeing me come to her wedding and dealing with you has really made her so happy. All because of what I've done. What are you even talking about, though? So you met with her yesterday and talked? Don't tell me that's the reason she's been so busy lately, was because she's been out seeing you? Recently, her and I have been seeing one another quite a lot. I think that she's been pretty nervous about getting married to you. I knew something was going on with her. But now that I've seen her laughing at the fact that her husband just got punched, I think she's really screwed in the head. Well, you should be happy now that I've approved of your wedding. I'm not happy about any of this, actually. You and her both laughing and being all light-spirited over me being assaulted is far from something that makes me happy. Are you guys seriously that messed up? Well, it's no use now. I can tell you're the kind of guy that won't budge no matter what sense I try to talk into you. I'm going to make sure that things are handled appropriately now because of what's happened.
Steven, where did you go? Why is the whole wedding being canceled now?
You're really going to ask me why? Are you telling me you really have no clue why it'd be getting canceled? Did you not even see what you were smiling about just a bit ago when it all unfolded right in front of your eyes?
Wait, well, you already know that I saw all of that go down. But there was no helping that situation, right?
No helping it? What are you saying? You're telling me there's no helping your ex-boyfriend from coming into our wedding and punching me in the face?
Nate told me there was nothing personal in it. He just said that he had to teach you a lesson for acting without talking to him first.
Alice, does this mean that you've been around him too long again, that you've become soft towards him again?
Huh? Lol. That's not at all what's going on. I think the only thing that's happened is that I'm just too attractive of a woman. But it doesn't matter now. You got his approval after having to take a small punch.
I knew it. That's why you were laughing at the sight of me getting punched, huh?
I wasn't laughing because it was funny or anything. I was more surprised by seeing something like that and it made me giggle, lol. I wasn't able to comprehend all of it at first.
I saw you laughing and smile a lot harder than just some small giggle. And I remember you was saying to me like a complete idiot that this was my fault, so I shouldn't fight back.
An idiot? Who are you calling an idiot? I think that my ex had some attachment to me still, and he wasn't going to forgive you just yet for marrying me. But now that he got his one punch in you, he's calmed down, lol. Isn't that great?
I'm not going to forgive either of you for today.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how far you've gone with Nate recently, but I do know that you've been around him quite a bit. I'm leaving this wedding canceled.
Wait. You're actually canceling the whole thing? Why are you saying that?
And of course, I'm going to treat this as though I never even got married to you.
Huh? Steven?
And above all that, I'm going to be handing a victim's report after what's happened, so you two better get prepared. I'm never going to show you any forgiveness for today.
I'm sorry, Steven. Steven, just calm down a little.
Even if you finally started to let it all sink in, you're way too late now. You've already watched as your parents came to me and got on their hands and knees to apologize to me for today, right? What you had done today was so embarrassing that even your parents had to come to apologize for your behavior.
But having this whole wedding get canceled for it is going too far. I understand now that what happened to you was not okay whatsoever. I'm apologizing for what I did, so forgive me.
Forgive you? Huh? I can see that you're beginning to freak out a little, but you are too late to take back what you did to me before. I know now that you've been cheating on me this whole time. So there was no reason for this whole wedding in the first place.
Wait, you're actually saying that you don't want to be married to me? I already thought it was bad enough that you wanted to cancel this wedding, but you can't say that you don't love me anymore.
I know about how you and your ex had been in one another's arms this whole time, Alice. Of course, you can also blame this on what he done and said to me. I'm just glad that I've seen the whole picture now. Not only is this wedding over, but so is the marriage between us. A cheating woman and her violent ex make a great couple after all. So you both go enjoy life together as two of the worst people imaginable.
Don't say things like that. I had planned on ending things with him once you and I got married. So there was no harm in what I've been doing, right?
You think there was no harm in all of that? You're going to make me laugh. It doesn't matter if you meant to hurt me or not now. I was punched in the face right on stage, and you sat there as my bride laughing about it. I never thought that I could be as embarrassed as I was at my own wedding today, but...
I'm so sorry. I really wanted to tell you that I am so sorry. Why are you not able to understand that I feel bad for what happened? Is me sitting here crying for you to forgive me not good enough?
It's too late for you to come to me apologizing over all the pain you've put me through. Don't bother trying to talk to me ever again, okay? Not only am I not going to marry you, I'm not even going to talk or see you anymore. I'll also be getting a settlement from you, so get yourself ready for that. I'm sorry for what happened. I heard about what's happening now from Alice. I didn't mean for things to end up like this after a silly little punch. Really? What do you mean you didn't expect things to end up how they did after assaulting me? That had nothing to do with me actually wanting you both to end the wedding. I thought you both looked great together, actually. Well, why are things seriously ending up this way now? Huh? Why are you telling me all this now? Seems to me that you've noticed no issues with punching me right in the face in front of all the guests today. It's not that there weren't any issues with that. Rather, at the time, I may have been in a panic of sorts. And at the time, I was thinking of what I should do. Well, there was nothing you should have done then. Yet you came into two strangers' weddings and punched the groom in the face. Do you understand what will have to happen now because of that? I'm going to make you pay for your violent behavior. Well, about that, Steven. Are you really planning to make me pay you back as well? You should know better than to do that to me when I was going to allow you both to get married. Man, the two of you are both full of excuses and talk now that I've gotten you both worked up. I'm sorry that you might have thought that none of what you did today was that bad, but to the victim, I can say that today was one of the worst days of my life. So stop trying to make it seem as though I don't have to get back at you for what happened when I was the one that literally took a punch to my face. I have a pretty badly swollen cheek now. Do you seriously not understand how inappropriate that was? I understand it was not the right choice. But I just thought as Alice's ex, I should do something about you. After all, that's one of the things that Alice really liked about me in the past. Come on now, Nate. You're acting like a character out of some stupid cartoon. Did you think that punching me in the face that you'd look like a hero today, coming to rescue her from me? Well, you should be happy now because of that. Because of your violence towards me, it looks like that you'll be able to get back together with her. Huh. That's not what I wanted from all this, though. What? Didn't she just tell you? We were planning on parting ways after the wedding. And recently, I found myself another girl that turns out to be my type. I just wanted to make a cool scene at your wedding was all. Would you stop screwing around, Nate? You had punched me in the face, leaving my cheek all messed up, and now you're going to say crap like that? And you just assumed that after doing that, you could just run away from her when our wedding was over? Alright, can you tell me the real reason as for why you came up and punched me in the face today? You're saying it wasn't to steal Alice back from me, right? So, why did you do it? I didn't plan on any of that happening, actually. I didn't think that a punch was even hard enough to do any harm to you. I just felt a little bit of pain in my heart thinking that the woman I used to date would be getting married to you over me. My gosh. I don't understand what's even going on through your head, Nate. I just thought that by giving you a small punch, it would get the point across to the both of you and help me feel better about the wedding. I guess that wasn't the right choice, though, then. Whew. Sorry about that. Well, it's too late to apologize now. I have heard and seen enough from you two. I've already called the police, and they're coming to take care of things. And I'm going to get this settlement from the both of you. It's been decided already that you both cannot be forgiven for this. You and that witch are over with. And I think you'll also have to pay me for assaulting me. So be prepared to pay out a very large amount of money. What? What are you talking about? You already called the police? You have to be joking about that one, right? Unlike you and Alice, I'm not the kind of person to take pleasure in messing with others during such a serious time. Why would you ask me such a stupid question as a full-grown adult? I never make a joke about this. Why wouldn't I let the police know about how I was assaulted today? You punched me in the face, and now I'm in pain. Hey, wait a second! Call them and tell them to go away. If they come and arrest me, that will make its way to my job, and I'll be in big trouble there as well. I don't want anyone in the office knowing about this! Did you think that by punching me, there would be no consequences for your actions? I already told you what I was thinking when doing it! I just thought it would look cool, and it would help me settle down! Well, that kind of thought is pretty messed up for any normal person to be thinking. You and Alice fell 2 peas in a pod. I don't need a wife that's going to laugh at me after getting punched in the face in front of all our guests. And after having her stab me in the back by cheating on me, I'm never forgiving her. Even if we weren't married yet, her and I were still engaged to one another. You are both going to have to pay up for acting like absolute idiots today. And this will make its way to your office. I'll make sure of it. Wait! Steven, I'm so very sorry for today. I can see now from the bottom of my heart that this was not okay of me. So can you please be considerate of me and call off the police? I know that I screwed up big time. So I'll never come around you and Alice ever again. No. If you want to see her still, then you go ahead. You both have nothing to do with me now. I'm at that point now where once I get my money from you two, I'm clearing any memories I've had of you both and moving on into another life. So go ahead and do whatever you want with her. However, I'm sure after this, your life is going to change as much as mine will. So be ready for her to say she doesn't want you around her anymore. Please, just forgive me! I didn't mean to cause any harm today. I really want you to, and so does Alice, really want you to make up with her. I'm not ever gonna go back to a witch like her. Now goodbye, you screwed up jerk. You're going to learn a great lesson in what happens to those that choose to be violent towards a complete stranger.
After that, the wedding was officially cancelled. The ex-boyfriend Nate was taken into custody by the police, and the news of what had happened went straight to his office, where he was fired on the spot. And that one woman that he had found ended up throwing him away because of that. This was all bound to happen since he had been cheating with Alice that whole time, but now Nate has a grudge against her for letting him be with her behind Steven's back. Steven was able to get a large amount of money from Alice in the settlement, as well as make sure she paid for the whole wedding. And now, Steven has blocked the both of them and is free of their crazy lives. However, Both Nate and Alice tried to contact him still, not knowing that he can no longer receive anything they can send. Lol. What a great ending for Steven.
Hello, Clara. I have to talk to you.
Hello, Mom. Can I help you with something?
I heard from my son that Alyssa wants to go to a private high school. Is this true?
Yes, that's right. The high schools around here don't teach the subject that Alyssa is interested in, so...
A private high school, huh? You do realize that it costs a fortune.
Oh, no need to worry about that. I talked to your son about it, and we came to the conclusion that the overall cost wouldn't be that great.
It's not about that.
Huh?
If you had the money to send Alyssa to an expensive private school, it would be more logical to have Kevin go to that private junior high school.
Excuse me? We've already decided that Kevin will be attending the local public school.
You must not do that. As the male in the family, he should be getting the best education you can provide him.
Well, actually, Kevin wanted it this way. He made the final decision.
No. Kevin is just being nice. He's just letting his big sister have her way.
Kevin is a confident kid. He is honest about his feelings.
No, you got it all wrong. I'm sure Kevin wants to go to a good private school. I can't believe you. You're his mother, for God's sake. It's a mother's job to understand and consider a child's future. Don't even know that? Besides, when Kevin was in elementary school, I urged you to let Kevin take the exam for entering that private school. But you simply ignored my advice and had him attend the local public school. But this time, I'm not going to back down. You must let him go to the private junior high school. I will not take no for an answer.
He said he doesn't want to part with his best friends he's had since elementary school and wants to continue with them to junior high.
Best friends? He doesn't need that. This is a time to study, not play.
He doesn't need friends?
Oh, that reminds me. I have a close relative whose son would be perfect for Kevin. He's getting ready to take the exam to get into the school so he could be Kevin's new best friend.
Say again?
Okay, so now we have a reason for Kevin to take the exam and get into the same private school.
Are you off your rocker? You can't just make best friends like that. It takes time and effort. You can't just come in and introduce yourself and then the next minute you're best buddies. It's more complicated than that.
I will not tolerate any more of your stubbornness. I want you to select a public school for Alyssa that's close by, so she can go there by bicycle. That's all I have to say. Alyssa, I need to talk to you.
Grandma?
I really don't want to waste my time on such trivial affairs, but you don't seem to understand your standing in the family, so I took the liberty of contacting you and telling you myself.
What's this about?
I talked to your mother earlier, and we decided that you'll be going to a public school nearby, a school you can commute to by bicycle. It's all set.
Huh? Hold on a second. The whole family sat down and we talked this over. It was decided that I would be going to that private school. I thought it was all worked out.
A woman does not need education, but of course you should at least finish high school. Public school is more than enough for you. If your parents are going to spend that money, they should at least have Kevin go to a private school. That's the proper use of money. Besides, don't you think you should be the one who should have said something? You should have just declined.
How could you say that? There are things I want to do in life too.
Talking back to your elder? I wonder where you got that stubbornness. At any rate, I talked to your mother about it, and it's all been worked out. I will not allow any more of your obstinance. Do you hear me?
Hey, Mom, you got a minute?
Hey, Alyssa. You're over at your friend's place, aren't you?
Yeah, we're going over the exam questions for school. I was going to wait until I got home, but I just couldn't get it out of my mind.
Something wrong?
I just got a line message from Grandma.
Huh? Grandma?
I never hear from her, so I was a bit shocked when I saw her name. She said you and her talked it over and decided that I would not be going to that private school. She said you guys worked everything out.
What?
And that the money would be better spent on Kevin's education. Told me not to be stubborn about it. Is this for real? No way, we never decided on that. As a matter of fact, I just had an argument with her earlier. I can't believe she contacted you directly and said that.
So, that means I can go on studying for the exam, right?
Of course! As a matter of fact, Kevin is sitting right next to me. He said you don't have to listen to what Grandma says. He made the choice to go to public school.
Oh boy, what a relief!
I can't believe that woman. She's always just concerned about Kevin. This is the first time she even acknowledged you, Alyssa.
Yeah, Grandma's always been like that.
I know. What are we going to do with her? Your father keeps cautioning her about her antics, but I guess it's complicated.
Grandma does seem to get a bit excessive sometimes.
But don't forget, Kevin, me and your dad, we're all rooting for you. We've got your back, so don't worry.
Thanks so much, Mom. I know I could count on you. Don't you worry about the exam. I'll ace it.
That's what I want to hear. Clara, are you there? This time, I want you to send Kevin to a private high school. Can I help you? Kevin is all set on going to a public high school. What? You didn't even consult me! Honestly, would it make any difference if we consulted with you? There you go again! Listen carefully, Clara. I've been telling you for years that you should give Kevin the best possible education, but you simply ignore me. You have no consideration for Kevin's feelings or his dreams, making him go to public school all these years. Don't you feel sorry for your only son? It's what Kevin wants. I can't say anything. That's not true. I think I mentioned this before, but it's wrong to put all your effort into educating Alyssa and ignoring your son. I have never pitted my kids against each other. They are equal in my eyes. Kevin went to public school because he had his reasons. Alyssa chose to go to private school because we thought it best for her future. It means nothing if a woman flaunts her educational background. But it seems Alyssa ended up going to a nearby public school, commuting by bicycle, just as I said. I hope you're not thinking of sending Alyssa to college, are you? Oh, she's definitely going to college. What? She's moving out next year and will be living in the dorm of the state college. That means you're going to have to send her money every month. There's no way I'll permit that. No way. I don't care if it's private or public. If you're going to spend money, spend it on Kevin, why don't you? This time I insist. He must attend a well-known private school. I already told you. Kevin is going to a nearby public high school. Again, you're being stubborn as ever. That's what the kids want. They can do as they please. As I've always said, education is best for men, not for women. A mother's duty is to look after her son, Kevin, not Alyssa. As a mother, you should know that. And I urge you to educate your kids about that too. It's important to know that men have priority over women. Boys must be raised with care. Girls must learn to be patient.
I despise self-righteous old women.
Huh? What did you say, Clara?
It's me, Kevin.
Kevin?
Sorry to butt in.
No, this is not Kevin. He would never say such a thing to me. Oh, I see what's going on. It's you, isn't it, Alyssa? You're pretending to be Kevin.
You can be absolutely sure it's Kevin. You should be grateful I didn't call you a wrinkled old witch or a bad-tempered old hag.
You're calling me that right now! Alyssa, I will never forgive you for this. That's why I dislike female grandchildren. But what's more, your mother's upbringing methods are despicable. I have always thought this, but I should be the one to bring up poor Kevin. Let's have a meeting tonight regarding what we should do for Kevin's future.
All right then. I'll contact you on my line.
Huh?
I really don't want to see you face to face.
Alyssa! As I said, stop pretending to be Kevin.
Where were we?
Kevin, I feel so sorry for you, to have such an unreasonable mother and sister. If you come over and live with me, you'll be able to go to a prestigious private high school. What do you say?
I never said I wanted to go to a private school.
Now, Kevin, you can be completely honest with me. No need to be concerned about your mom or your sister. Tell me how you really feel.
Even if I tell you, you probably won't listen as usual, but I'll try. Did you know that Alyssa has been going to that private school by bicycle? You thought she was going to public school. Well, she's going to Middleton Academy. That private school is only a few blocks away. Bet you didn't know she's at the top of her class. On the honors list, as a matter of fact.
Does that mean I've been hoodwinked all these years?
Hoodwinked? No way. You were never interested in what Alyssa did anyways. Don't blame your twisted imagination on others. And the reason I stayed in public school is that I not only wanted to go to school with all my close buddies, but I wanted to join the baseball team with my best friend.
Baseball team?
Yeah. And it's a pretty good team, too. Oh my god. Don't tell me you didn't even know I played baseball!
I had no idea.
I'm the captain of the team, and we even made it to the state finals last year. The high school I want to go to is well known for its outstanding baseball team. They made it to the state finals several times. Even been on national TV. What's more, a couple of pro MLB players went there. That's why I want to go there. Private or public, it makes no difference to me.
I really didn't realize how wonderful you were. But you do realize that baseball is not going to be of much use to you in the future. So I insist that you go to a prestigious private school.
Huh? Not much use?
That's right. Baseball is just an extension of a hobby. You really should think seriously about sprucing up your academic achievements.
I see. So that's what you think about all this.
Of course, you're my precious grandson. I'll do anything for you.
I wanted to be a pro ball player. I want to get into the major leagues.
Huh?
I'm going to be straight with you. I was never fond of you. But after you called my love of baseball just a hobby, I despise you even more! I can't stand this. Block time!
Please, Kevin! Well, my grandmother learned the hard way that her grandson hated her. But she did not give up there. She burst into her home trying to make amends. Luckily, we weren't there. We had moved into a temporary apartment that we had leased several months prior. My husband had foreseen what her mother would do once she learned that Kevin had been accepted to that high school. And there was that issue with Alyssa too, so we figured we would clear everything up once and for all. He put in for a transfer some time back and scheduled it so that we could move about the time Kevin started at the school. In addition, my grandfather, who's on the verge of retirement, had been preparing to get a divorce. Not even knowing she'll be single soon, my grandmother is still wondering what went wrong and why all this is happening to her.